What if Black Americans became their own nation? I mean, hear me out before you clear me out. Check this. There's over 47 million Black people in America. That's more people than Canada, Australia, Greece, Portugal, and over 150 countries in the world. We could easily be our own nation. Like, let that sink in. Black America pulls in 1.8 trillion in annual spending power, and that number's still climbing. If we were a country, we'd rank among the top 20 economies in the world. Our GDP would outpace countries like Mexico, Saudi Arabia, Sweden, and Switzerland. And yet, we don't own what we consume. We make everyone else rich off our content, our trends, our talent, but we don't profit. If you look at pop culture, sports, fashion, tech, and entertainment as a vehicle, we the engine, but we don't own any of the vehicles. When it comes to music, hip-hop generates billions globally. We created that. The sports industry, dominated by Black talent. Fashion, our style, our swagger, our influence, the trends we set are copied worldwide. Tech and innovation, from hidden figures to modern coding culture, we've always been behind the scenes, yet none of the ownership is ours. We perform, they profit. We build, they bank. We create, they control. So ask yourself this: if we're really this powerful, this essential, this impactful, why are we still at the bottom? And I ask this question, not to everybody, this just to the racists who hate and can't stand Black people. If racism is so embedded, if Black people are the problem, if we're always the ones being blamed, why won't America just let us have our own land? Why wouldn't America just let us be? Because deep down, America knows it can't survive without Black people. They fear our independence because they profit off of our dependence. Letting us go would mean losing trillions in consumer spending, losing the culture engine that drives the nation, losing a massive piece of its labor force. It's not about love. We all know that. It's about control. It's about exploitation with a smile. You want to know why they can't pay reparations? It ain't just about money. It's about land, resources, and autonomy. When you look at the contributions that Black people have made to America, 246 years of unpaid labor, generational trauma, redlining, Jim Crow, stolen wealth, systemic policies that block advancement. If you being real and honest about the history of this country, we are owed, and it's a massive debt. But reparations wouldn't even have to come out of any taxpayer pockets or anyone else's. Just leave Black people alone and watch the entire community prosper. Let Black people have their own. That's how you pay reparations. Let us start our own banks, our own schools, our own tech hubs. Let us build our own cities. Let us buy land and create self-sustaining economies. I'm not talking about seceding, so don't get your panties in a bunch. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just talking about real opportunity. Because if 47 million Black people pulled their dollars, their talent, and their energy out of America's economy, Wall Street would crash and major industries would collapse. If there was complete Black unity, and Black Americans were allowed to build global alliances with Africa, the Caribbean, and even Asia, create a media empire that tells our story our way, establish military defense, tech innovation, and global trade routes, that's not just scary to America. It's revolutionary, and it's scary to the world. If we did ever unite, we wouldn't need America. America needs us, and they know that. Regardless of whether people want to admit it or not, it's a fact. We already have our own language that we speak, Ebonics. We have a shared history, a shared struggle, and a shared cultural identity. Black people are a nation of people in a country that was built by Blacks, but not for Blacks. We're a self-sustaining people that makes everyone billions but ourselves. Imagine if we put our money into shit that actually matters. Imagine if we ever did actually unite, stop buying into everyone else's systems, and started building our own.